In this video, we're talking about the human-operated robots, which is moved by computer and connected to transceivers for overclocking the range past the Earth's orbit into anywhere based on the overclocking and the temperature required for moving it in here and parking it over there if you go back or whatever at some point when it's normal. Now, most of the things that I'm going to say is that the temperatures affect mostly everything. Once you get to a planet that has a lot of life, reason why we say is only go to take these. So if you had a human operated robot, I would recommend at all times to go to uninhabitable locations with the for hunting or whatever you're gonna do, shooting or whatever. Because if you go to a habitable planet and it has life there, or whatever you want to say, for an animal or something like that, 1 or 2 thousand or so, whatever you want to say. If it was more than 1,000, and say it was ecosystem biomes, they'd all probably attack you. Nobody would run away. They would all be single celled. There wouldn't be multi anything, mostly due to the fact that that's ultraviolet rays. They call it multi, but that's what we found from going past the orbit and looking at the stars, comparing things. But that's from that. So you would not ever get into a point where they would run. So it would be mostly you out of ammunition, and then given the fact that you're looking for a counterpart for whatever reason, that would be impossible, and you would run into slavery. But since you're not there, you would be having your robot would be enslaved, or maybe, I'm not sure how that would necessarily go about. Maybe a lot of biting attempts instead of shooting you. So that would be what you would encounter: a lot of biting and a lot of threats from vicious animals, and you're not running, you're just sitting there. So possibly running out of battery, or just having your machines and robots enslaved and you're controlling them and there's no way to go get out, so you'd be trapped and trying to figure out that. And so at best I would say you have to locate a possible reinforcements or something from leaving it there and pretending to be dead, but they prone or crouch or something until you run out of battery and can say where you're at. Since it'll be dark, I guess, and you'll probably be damaged from the running out of ammunition for whatever they use to break you down. So it's pretty impossible to do anything like a video game simulation, mostly due to the fact that the gravity's thick, they're used to it, you're not, and they'd probably just bash you in with a rock or something, I guess, given that they'd be under heavy gravity, capable of lifting any rock, and they'd be mostly saying they would be enslaved. So that would be necessary facts that you had to go through. I doubt you would counter anybody who wouldn't. Waging war is impossible in a habitat beyond 1,000 or so. That's pretty impossible to wage war in another planet, but you can. It'd be unsuccessful given that you have to exterminate planetary ecosystems, not one person. So it's pretty impossible. But human operated robots are possible given that you would just have to remove the game engine and use the graphics. You don't use graphics, so you just use logic and the AI and the motion, and that's about it. And once you do that, you would install it all into the robot and control it via a webcam. So the robot would need a webcam, not a LiDAR. That's something else. Machines would need gears, so motion would be held by a gearbox. So each gearbox would move it. Basically saying first gear is run, second gear is walk, third gear is crouch, fourth gear is prone, fifth gear is shooting, and any other gear is trigger finger. So you would have to say, if you want to move one finger, there will be another gear, and each particular twitch movement beyond walking and running in a direction is a gear.